talk to community members who are suffering health effects, have pets who've died, have damage to businesses and homes. But I can tell you this much, this was 100% preventable. We call things accidents. There is no accident. Every single event that we investigate is preventable. So our hearts are with you. Know that the NTSB has one goal, and that is safety and ensuring that this never happens again.
So, in case you didn't catch my live, I already said this. I showed some footage of the train maybe 30, 45 minutes before the derailment where you could see multiple axles were on fire. It was actually going up the side of the car. Now, you'd assume in this very advanced technological climate with these electrical trains that if there was a situation where a portion of the train was on fire, there would be some sort of alarm bells in the heads-up display in the compartment where the conductor is. Now, that is my assumption. I don't know that to be a fact. I am just assuming, based on technology, that that should happen, right? If you're living in a pre-war building, let's say pre-Korean War building, and it hasn't been updated, like let's say you live in a city like me, you know there's no sprinkler system, but they have the carbon monoxide alarms every which way. They have them in the hallways. They put like 2 to 4, depending on the number of rooms in your apartment. If it has 2, like mine, like 2-bedroom, you have 2 over one door, carbon monoxide and smoke over each door, right? You have the same thing on each level of the building itself. If you're in a modern building, you expect what? You expect a sprinkler system, right? Because that's what you do when things get modern. So same thing for the train, right? This is not a train being run by coal. If it's being powered by electricity, all these cars should have that mechanism where if something goes wrong, whether it's the axle flies off or whatever it is, just like on your car, something is wrong, you get a readout on the dash. You have a very old car, you're going to have to figure that shit out yourself, right? The more electronics involved, the more you have all these relays and things to tell you, hey, something's wrong right here. How did that not happen and it was on fire for 3/4 of an hour, roughly, before the crash? Boy, do I know, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube, hey. Don't mind me.
Припиніть нас бомбити. Припиніть вбивати цивільне населення. Припиніть вбивати всю нашу інфраструктуру, енергетику, питну воду. Припиніть бомбування міст, сіл. Вбивати просто собак, котів, просто тварин, палити ліси. Ось все це ви припиняєте, і тоді ми вам скажемо, в якому форматі ми будемо дипломатично ставити крапку.
Now, I may be wrong about this, but if you're asking to please stop bombing, it doesn't sound like you're winning. That's my take, right? I'm not a warmonger or, the leader of a nation that's getting billions of dollars from everywhere to fight a war. But to me, if you're winning, you don't ask to say, hey, please stop bombing me, right? You keep on fighting the fight until you come out on top. This guy does not sound like he's winning, but, what do I know, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube.
Something you need to know before you come to Lebanon is the financial situation. Now, the government has frozen the exchange rate where $1 is 1,500 Lebanese pound. So if you were to say change $50 in your home country before you got here, the exchange rate, you get 75,000 Lebanese pound. However, if you were to bring that same $50 here in cash and change it on the street, maybe at like Western Union or something, you would actually get 2.2 million Lebanese pound, which is 30 times more value. So make sure you bring US dollars with you and change it when you get here on the street. Also bear in mind, if you were to think, I'll take money out the cash machine when you get here, you're going to get charged that government exchange rate, so you're going to really lose out. Same with paying things with card if you can, because most of the places at the moment don't accept card. So the best thing to do is bring enough US dollars for your trip, and then you'll make sure you'll actually get your money's worth.
Now, we've seen this happen before. I'm pretty sure people remember what happened in Venezuela, right? Now it's happening in Lebanon. And don't be mistaken to think that it's not happening here in the US as well. I think the US has defaulted to the tune of, what is it, trillions, right? So anytime you have this fiat currency that's backed by nothing but thin air, this can happen. When you have currency that's backed by real money, which has been established as gold and silver, these things tend not to happen. Not that it is impossible or out of the realm of possibility, but when you use that kind of physical money, whatever's in the economy, that's what stays in the economy. You can't just create more out of thin air, right? You need the actual gold and silver to do it. You can't just start using paper and say, hey, let me buy some of your gold with this paper. No, the actual gold, that's what we're going to use. That's why you have this kind of scenario going on. So things are crazy everywhere, right? There's all kinds of things happening. There's a lot going on. And I know sometimes people feel like, well, it's not really affecting me, but here's the thing. Don't wait until the crap is already on your doorstep to take note of it. Once the smell is in the air, you know, take a look around and figure out what's going on, right? Don't let the stench hit your nose before, or as soon as it hits your nose, be like, hey, what's going on right now? All right? You heard what this guy said. Everybody's talking about, oh, use plastic, go cashless, all this. He's like, listen, you come over here, they ain't even taking cards. You better have cash, right? You leave your country, they give you this amount. You go over there, you have the actual US, they give you more. So, important things that you're not going to hear when all these crises are happening. All right, we got these people that had this huge earthquake in, was it Turkey and Syria? How many thousand people died over there? Right, but all you hear about is the war in Russia with Ukraine, and we have to help them fight. Come on, man, come on. There's a lot going on everywhere, right? And you cannot do everything for everybody when you have people right here that are not doing good. The people in East Palestine, Ohio, they deserve better than Pete Buttigieg coming there 3 weeks later. Like, if it was that bad, first of all, you should have told him not to go back. But you should have been there, even if you had to get in a hazmat suit, whatever the case is, you should have made your way down there. The fact that you could be cornered on the street talking about, oh, I'm heading to dinner, and you haven't been down there yet, but you out hanging out, like, you're the worst possible person for the job. You know what I mean? But this is the kind of people that this administration has running things. Anyways, I have another video coming up. I was supposed to do a live last night. I didn't get the chance to because the person I was supposed to interview, he worked until late, so our schedules just couldn't clash, or mesh rather. But I'm supposed to have him on tonight, so we'll see. Tentatively, it's going to happen tonight. I don't want to schedule it yet because, as I said, he's independent contractor. He works on his own, so when he gets called out, he has to leave. But we'll try and figure it out. It's something that I really want people to hear for themselves because I heard it and I was like, my mind was blown. So, like I said, until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with everyone you know. This time I remembered to put my Cash App up here. If you want to support the channel, go ahead. And I'll see you again. Peace.